Okay, we've actually had another donation come through from BTF Float Sam, who has put $10 towards the incentive with the comment, "Time for my third favorite, so bad it's good game, behind Sonic '06 and Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Good luck to Reclesis for the run, and everyone else for trying to follow the plot." That puts this game super high on my interest list. I'm really looking forward to seeing Reclesis run The Quiet Man. Take it away, Reclesis.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Reclesis, and most people would know me from running games like Resident Evil or Saga Frontier. Today, we're not going to be running any of those good games. No, we're running The Quiet Man, voted the worst game of 2018 when it came out. We're playing this on normal, and we're going to be doing any percent, which allows us to skip from chapter to chapter after we've completed everything in the chapter. We can then skip to the next one. For those who have not played this, I'm going to give you all a taste of what the first time playing this is like, and then we will switch to what the game unlocks at the end. So we're going to get this going in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is The Quiet Man. I'm going to get a little bit of the story out of the way now, because we are going to be skipping quite a few cutscenes that very loosely explains the things. Even with context, this game is very strange. But we play as Dane, who is part of a gang. And essentially, we're going against a rival gang. Excuse me. Why is the man so quiet? You'll find out in just a moment. So this is actually a beat 'em up made by Square Enix of all companies. Not really known for their quality beat 'em ups. The only other one that I can think of is The Bouncer for the PlayStation 2. Well, I enjoy that game quite a bit. That one also isn't the best game out there. But to start us off, Dane is actually going to be... When I first played this, I wasn't sure why he was paying for what he's about to pay for with as much money he's going to pay for, but he's going to be getting some information. Definitely Square Enix hair, yeah. That kind of hairstyle is very, very reminiscent of Square Enix. But this man is purchasing a whole 2 hot dogs with a $100 bill. You know what that $100 bill could go towards? Just wanted to go ahead and get that line in there. But rather than buying just two singular hot dogs, or 2 hot dogs, he could have put that towards the Toho incentive to get another game at the marathon. And for anyone who does donate, make sure you do click on the incentives to make sure that those donations go towards getting more games into the marathon. So he did purchase some information instead of just the hot dogs. Also, this game does have quite a bit of swearing in it. I'm going to let you all know that now. Probably should have said that before we started. Quiet Man predicted hyperinflation? Oh no. Yeah, those are some extremely expensive hot dogs, so yeah. Also, get used to this face. This game will reuse character models quite a bit.
Yo! Wrong address, dog! No order, no chow!
Oh, don't worry, Mousy. You don't have to worry about that.
What the hell, man?
So,
You stupid or very stupid?
this game is called The Quiet Man because your main character, Dane, is deaf. And in a move that I could never understand to this day, the devs decided because your main character is deaf that you get no audio. There's talking happening right here. This is all the audio you get on your first playthrough. From here throughout the remainder of the game. Now, don't worry. I have to from chapter 2 on, we'll be turning the audio on. I just wanted to give everyone an example of what it's like to play this for the first time. I'm glad to hear your safe numbers. And this game now cuts to the Uncanny Valley. Alright, now we're into some gameplay. This game's got your basic light attacks, heavy attacks. We're gonna switch between them, try to spread the damage out a little bit between these two. Ah, silence, the way the game was meant to be experienced. Exactly. And yeah, there is very slight talky bits here, but it's nothing really important. Dane is actually after that suitcase that's right by that man. Transition between cutscenes and gameplay was barely noticeable. 10 out of 10 graphics, yes. Alright, so this fight here, I'm going to show off this game's like only real true speed tech, which is what we call pinballing. Which go into your focus mode. You see a little light on the right-hand side of the screen. When that turns blue, you can use focus. What me and other runners of this game call the I win button. Because most enemies can't block any of your attacks while you're in focus. And while in focus, we try to go from enemy to enemy to enemy. Put a little bit of damage on them so that way our normal attacks can affect them. Alright, so now we're got a flashback to when Dane's mother was shot. And I'm going to do my best to actually replicate the audio here. Yeah, I did it, homie. Yeah, I shot her. What are you gonna do? I'm Soul 33 for life, homie. Homie, yeah, homie. Yeah, this guy does say homie like 6 or 7 times in this little cutscene right here. Alright, do a little bit more pinballing here. Also, the heavy attacks at the end of the focus is really cool. I'm actually going to end my focus a little early here to try to build up some for the next room. I don't have enough. Alright, from here on out, we will have audio now. Alright, so we just skipped a whole bunch of cutscenes to get to this next part, which I wish they utilized this more, but now we get to move around and investigate the areas that we're in. This is the only time in the entire game that we actually like look around an area for things. Alright, and while this cutscene is going on, honestly not much is happening. But Nasty, if we have any more donations or anything to talk about with the charity or incentives, I think now's a good time to bring that up.
We have not received any more donations. Time is running out to reach the incentive to play Tofu as a bonus run. So make sure if you guys are thinking about donating, click that link that's in the chat right now, and you put money towards the target of running Toho.
Yeah, thank you very much. The Toho games are definitely a sight to behold, so we should definitely try to get that in there if we can. And I'm gonna have to agree with Mousy, this game is legitimately better without sound. The acting in this game is not the best, and even with context, this story is just weird. So here, Dane was told by essentially his boss and friend Tay to investigate Dane's love interest's room because she's been getting some strange messages from somebody. That's where we found the that weird doll and all that stuff. Anyway, now on to another fight, because the gang members we beat up, they're kind of mad at us. And so, with most of these fights, we just try to build up focus, putting some damage on everybody. Alright, now we got that guy coming over. He's gonna hop the turnstile. I'd say a little too early. Alright, so now we're gonna get introduced to another character who I very much do not like. Do not be like this guy. We call this character here Cop Dad, because when we're doing any percent, we skip a lot of cutscenes. We don't actually get his name until much later. And Cop Dad is a very, very bad person. Do not be like Cop Dad. Even in my splits, by the very last split, is Cop Dad is the worst. Excuse me. Unlike AI, this game is true art. Yes. Got AI from some of the graphics in the cutscene. Speaking of AI, we're going to see something directly after this fight that I swear had to be created by AI. Excuse me. And we have another fight coming up right after this cutscene. And it's the same as the last fight we just had. Build up focus, hit the I win button, and then just win. But then we're gonna get introduced to another type of enemy. Go. He's right over here. This yellow vest man with the machete. He will block most normal attacks. I did the finisher a little too early. He's still up. Oh, down he goes. All right. I want everyone to just take a look at this flag over here and tell me what you noticed about it. That's right. There's 96 stars on that flag. Number of stripes is correct, but 96 stars. So we got Dayton just finishing off those guys, and we have this right here is Cop Dad, looking a little bit worse than the last cutscene he was in. I swear I've seen this actor before, but I'm not sure where. Also, we do give a few other characters names similar to Cop Dad because we're skipping so many cutscenes in this game. We're about to meet another one of those characters. When she shows up on the screen, I'll bring up the name we have for her. Mousy already just beat me to it. Say hello to Mom Wife. The same actress that plays Dane's mother in the flashback scenes is also the same actress that plays Dane's love interest. So, Mom Wife.
Night. We're good?
Yeah. Is there no change of plans from your BS?
Excuse me. I apologize for the coughing.
He's headed on his way
I'm
over
slightly
right now.
under the weather.
And then he's in the air. And you're on.
Make it sound like it's a goddamn show.
Also, when you're playing this game for the first time, there are no subtitles.
I was kidnapped.
Some characters do use sign language. Dane knows sign language and he can read lips.
Never.
But even when sign language is used, there's no
If we plan this right, then
subtitles for anything.
you won't.
So you don't get any context for anything at any point ever. Also, we've already done all the fighting for this chapter, so you might be thinking, what gives? Why haven't we skipped to chapter 3 yet?
You took care of them.
The rule is you have to do all of the inputs in the required inputs of the chapter first before you can skip to the next chapter. We get another section of like looking around the area for something, but all you gotta do is run a little bit to the right. And you're done. I have for my splits, it literally says Dane runs to the right. Alright, so Chapter 3 starts us off in Club Moonrise, which is a club owned by Dane's boss and his gang. Now, his gang's not really named in this game, even when you're doing a normal run with all the cutscenes and stuff like that. It's not... He doesn't have a name for his gang. But the rival gang is called Soul 33. I'm unsure what SOL stands for in that. It's like they put the cutscene trigger in the wrong place. It's like, let the player move right for less than a centimeter. Exactly, Mousy. Exactly. So we got like a decently long cutscene here before we get into any fighting. Essentially, just Dane supporting his friend here, even though he can't hear, he still goes to her concerts. He's a very nice, supportive friend. SOL, Squeenix is out of luck. Wow.
Welcome to Club Moonrise, and thank you for indulging me.
Now, while this cutscene's going on, I'm just gonna get into how I got into this game and how I got into speedrunning it. Every year, I like to try to take an objectively bad video game and learn the speedrun for it to see if like it can be redeemed in some way, or if like the speedrun like just kind of like speaks to me or whatever. The very first one I did was Virtual Highlight, which I really enjoyed. So I'm like, yeah, let's do another one next year. The next year was this one because I saw a runner named Heppenwana performing it in a marathon, and I'm like, this game looks so janky. Like, so I picked it up. I did a casual playthrough of it, and doing the casual playthrough, I was like, hey, this felt like a kind of short game. How long was that? And I frame counted it, and I think it was like a third place time with the category that requires watching all the cutscenes. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna learn the run and just go with it. And since then, I've picked up every world record for the normal categories. Heppenwana, the runner that got me into this, he has the world record for all the hard categories. No one has a time in no hit, because no hit in this game is extremely difficult to get. Also, we got this fancy club where everyone's wearing suits, and this man just walks in wearing a black robe with a plague doctor mask, and only one person bats an eye. Also, that mask is not quite exactly plague doctor, but I think it's awesome, and I want one. Oh no! It's this guy again. It's No Chow Man.
Hermanos, the Soul 33. Dale duro.
I swear that's the Wilhelm scream at the very end of that. Alright, so we got Salt 33 doing a little bit of a raid here. Throwing a chair so you know they mean business. Also, I swear Dane does most of his damage when he attacks with his forearm, rather than his actual fists. Alright, so while Dane's busy with the Soul 33 guys, Mom Wife gets kidnapped. Oh, fine, her name's Lala, but we're just gonna continue to call her Mom Wife. It's like Daredevil, but his dev just gave him super sight. Also, this right here is the best, like, live action to gameplay. Right there. I love that transition. Oh, what? Okay. Alright, that was a little slower than I normally do it, but that's fine. We're good. So right here, this is the Quiet Man. And essentially the face they used for the advertisement of the game is this guy right here. Now the Quiet Man is your first like boss fight of the run. He will block all of your normal attacks, so you have to get into focus. So we're gonna get into focus by like hitting him once or twice, then backing up. But when he's down on the ground, actually we're in focus, so we're gonna knock him onto the ground, and then we're gonna cheese him back up. So if you attack someone like above someone while they're on the ground, they'll snap back up. Go. There you go. That should do it, but you might need an extra punch or two. There we go. That wasn't a bad fight at all. Also, right here we're gonna see just how smart Dane is. Now, you're fighting someone who's using essentially a cattle prod against you. What should you not do? This. Don't do this. Good job, Dane. Just never grab the front of something that's electrified, everybody. This game's teaching the real lessons. And get used to these flashback scenes. They happen a lot. Excuse me. So we now have another useless section of running because there's no like items to pick up or anything. It's just run straight. Alright, that was an accidental end to the focus, but that's okay. I went to focus a little too early. Oh my god, sir! Sir! Oh, he's still up. Okay, now he's down. Okay. Alright, that was a little rough. Sometimes, like, a character will be in position for you to attack them, but the game hasn't registered as them being there yet. So you'll end up punching the air. That actually cost me record recently on one run. Also, right here, best cutscene in the entire game. For this part right here. Let's go do a little bit of bald core. And that reaction to him just losing the face, like, oh man, he's like... Yeah, I'm actually going this way a little bit because that guy was swinging on me. Oops. Accidental button press. That's okay. I did it again. I need to stop doing that because... There we go. That should take him out. I almost went to the same chapter again. Now, I am recording this in case I do well, but I completely forgot to turn my timer on. Another section of just running. Also, in this section, if you read the graffiti in the background, there's one bit of graffiti that is in Spanish that, if you translate it, it translates to "Mother of Tomatoes." Ah, you... Alright, no hit run's dead. Surprised I made it to chapter 4 without getting hit. Oh. That was a little bit of a rough fight, but okay. Run this way. Also, I found a soft lock right here. If you go past the next door too fast, the game just despawns Dane. I don't know why, but you have to walk out into the next area. So we're gonna walk. Here we go. Show my face. You. I don't know where there you are. Oh, I haven't seen this one before. I'm still finding new, like, takedown animations in this game. Alright, Ash is Cop Dad, so we actually get his name here. Find out that he's kind of a corrupt cop. So again, don't be like Cop Dad, everybody. So he's telling people not to go after them right now for some reason. If you paid attention to the voices, like how people's voices sound in chapter, I believe, 2, then he was the one talking to Mom Wife. So, yeah. Alright. This room has been weird to me lately. Like, for whatever reason, I've been getting this room a lot where I just can't attack that guy in the yellow vest. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, in my practice up to this marathon, I've been experiencing some of the weirdest stuff that I've ever seen in this game. I've found new soft locks. I've seen cutscenes end sooner than they're supposed to. I've seen all new takedown animations. Some characters just don't spawn. Like, this game is broken in the most wonderful ways. I just wish that you could skip cutscenes within the chapter, so I don't have to worry about stuff like this.
You don't believe me? You take it up with Isaac.
Isaac, by the way, is the leader of Soul 33. He was the homie guy in the cutscene. Also, I think, if I recall, they painted him on a wall in chapter 1. Cop Dad blames Dane for his mom's death. So, yeah, again, don't be like Cop Dad. God, I apologize again. I'm sorry. So I don't know what makes Dane want to go into. Well, he's looking around for Mom Wife, but I don't know why he decided to go in here. but he does find something very strange. He finds a massive fire hazard with all of these candles lit next to all that wood. But don't worry, there is a fire extinguisher right there, just in case. Yeah, he stumbles upon a shrine to Mom Wife. Yeah. Cop Dad was talking to his deaf son while looking away. In one of the cutscenes later on, there's a long car ride with Dane and Cop Dad. And the entire time, Dane is looking out the window while Cop Dad is just talking. It's like, dude. So now it's like, oh, the person who doing all this is whoever has this one. Also, I hear it in my blood. I don't get it. I don't get it.
What do you think you're the hero now, Dane? When have you ever been anything but the villain?
I know, because it's Quiet Man again. Alright, Quiet Man 2. Come on. This is the longest I've ever taken to get into focus. This was definitely a rough start to this fight. Alright, that was not a good fight. I think I ended the last section without enough focus, and it just took me way too long to get it here, so that's a little bit of time lost, but nothing I'm too worried about. If this were a world record attempt, I'd be a little mad at myself. Alright, this room has glitched on me a few times too. I have some nice pinball, and I don't think the guy on the wall has gotten off the wall yet. Oh, okay. Okay. That man looked like he was gonna punch me again. Also, they introduced this guy. It makes him look like he's gonna be this big bad boss. Down he goes. He's literally just an easier Quiet Man fight. Alright, back in this is the room from the first chapter. Ah, you jerk. Also, I didn't get to show it, but they were watching the options menu. You see me play this 5 or 6 times all the way through, still have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Getting back to the 96 star flag. Sir, please react to my punches. Also, that form right there. That was a heavy attack I ended that with, by the way. Alright, so now we're on our way to go and face Isaac, the leader of Soul 33. Oh, whoops. Alright, so if you get attacked while you're attacking in focus, you'll automatically counter like that. And that just eats up your focus. Oops. You jerk. We are saving our focus for a specific enemy, which is this man right here. Now, the guys in red, they can tackle you to the ground. And while it doesn't do, like, the absolute most damage in the world, it is an extremely long animation. So in any area where there is a guy wearing red, we pretty much need to take him out immediately. Well, you tried it. Him charging right there, that right there is the telltale sign that he's gonna try to tackle you. Nice of them to color coordinate for me. Yes, I agree. That's very nice of them. Bam. He's not down. Oh, I thought there was one more. Okay. And so here we're gonna just run right past this guy and go right straight for him. Yeah, I worry about that guy that much to the point where I will ignore everyone else just to take care of him. Also, I don't know what these type of canisters are called, but I have been told that this is not how they work. Those canisters should have gas in them, not a liquid. I don't know what that noise was. Hey, stop playing that video game. Stop. Oh, oh. Oh. Alright, this next room is complete RNG to how many enemies there are and what kind of enemies there are. There's already a yellow shirt guy just down. Cool. That actually sucks, though, because we need focus at the beginning of this fight. We are going into the first boss fight that actually worries me in the speedrun. We are going to fight Isaac. who is he's a big boy, and he is like completely unaffected by your attacks, not only in your normal mode but in your I win focus mode. Also, he has excuse me, he has this, and I don't know why. I don't know.
I ain't the deaf one.
You're a dead man.
So, Isaac can't be damaged normally. We have to counter him, and then we can actually cheese him back up and hit him. But we have to counter him first. And normally I would go into this fight with focus already built up, but I kind of screwed up the room before it.
Tell you how much of an idiot you are, and always have been. And you can't hear a word of it.
So I'm gonna try to build up the little bit of focus that I need by like punching him and backing off. Oh, all right. Not off to a good start. There we go. Recovered it. Alright, now to cheese him back up. Alright, we have to do this to him 3 times. So that was one.
But did you also know that you blind?
We're gonna have to build up our focus on him again. Hopefully he doesn't haymaker us again. Also, the building is now on fire, so we gotta deal with the smoky effect.
Your mother. Tay. Father. Oh, that's the best part of it. Dear old dad.
Oh, what am I doing? Alright. So I'm gonna wait for him to swing. Well, I like to go into focus mode for the counter just because he slows down. Alright, that's 2.
I understand it now. Blindness. And I can tell you because...
Again, Dane can read lips, so he does understand what he's saying. Because Dane is like staring at his face, so...
Is also what's happening to me. You're blinded by greed. Me? By ambition.
I don't know why I like that line as much as I do. Oh. Alright, go on.
I got stupid because I got caught up
Go on.
in somebody else's game. And after I'm through with you, somebody's got to pay. Robert first.
That should be it. Also, yes, he does have a big old gold statue of himself. Alright. We're on to the last chapter. Now, I don't have the timer up right now from the stream, but you might be thinking, like, oh, we're already on the last chapter. I'm saying probably about 45 minutes in-ish. But the estimate's an hour and 25. Yeah, this section has a lot of cutscenes we just can't skip. So now we're going back to Club Moonrise to confront Tay. Because we skipped a whole bunch of cutscenes. Tay's also not a very great person. You. Alright, if we're at 43:20. We're very close to world record pace. Like if that's the case and this chapter goes very well, that would be world record. Oh, hi. I'm saving my focus right now because there is going to be a red shirt guy right over here. Will you come in, please? Sir? Sir? There, we're not using focus on these two. Because we have the hardest normal enemy fight coming up right now. We are going to have to fight normal guys, machete guys, and tackle boys. Yes, Tay's gang has all of them as well. And this room is just giant, open, and they can come at you in any direction. There's no like fixed spot where they start. So this fight is like the worst normal fight in the entire game. Also, this is Tay.
We've been through tonight. What we've been through for years.
Who was a friend of yours growing up.
It's not your fault.
And I think in one of the cutscenes you showed him struggling with the gun that Isaac had. I don't remember if you actually see them in I know you see it in other cutscenes where we skip, but like there's one cutscene maybe where it shows them like fighting with the gun. Also, the choice of having white text with no black outline and then having that lamp right there is just it's beautiful. I love not being able to read the subtitles.
Where's Lala?
This ain't about Lala. This is about us.
I got it. I know.
Alright, while this cutscene's going on, Benasti, do we have any donations or anything to promote?
Until her.
We have not got any new donations, and we are getting very, very close to the limit for the
Please.
Toho run. So if you guys want to see Toho run next,
We can
get
talk
onto
it
the
out.
link that's pinned in the chat and get your
It
donation.
can go back to the
make
way it
sure you
was.
set your target for your donation as the Toho incentive.
And so you guys are definitely going to want to see the Toho games are very fun to watch. But excuse me. So Dane just like gave him the cold stare, and
Alright then.
Tay didn't like that very much, so just gonna send a bunch of his guys in to beat us up.
Have at it, player.
This is one of the few moments where I like really need to focus on the game, because I need to like see if I'm about to get charged or see if a machete or I think I think they use bats for Tay's gang, not machetes. Yeah, this fight is legitimately rough. Alright. Red guy right here. Oh! You didn't think I saw you back here, Batman? Not actual Batman, but Batman. Eh. Accidental counter, but that's okay. still up. Oh, no, you don't. You. Alright, that guy getting in the way is a little unfortunate. No, back up. Alright, that was too graphic. The camera didn't want to show it. Alright, that could have been worse. That was slow, but I think it was kind of safe. And that's all that matters for a marathon. So we are going to have another fight similar to that, but it's not as bad.
God damn. Love to watch you work, Dave. Remember who taught you that shit? Huh?
Close enough for government work? Yes.
You gotta be a man. When your father...
Also, throughout the game, like, Dane uses sign language at a few points. The only other person to use sign language back with him is Tay. Like, at one point, Dane does, like, a couple sentences in sign language, and the guy he's talking to just kind of, like, flails his arms a little bit and goes, "I don't sign, man!" Like...
What's confusing you?
So, people talk at Dane when he's not looking and expect him to understand it. When Dane signs at them, he's like, "Oh, I have these." They have no idea what Dane's saying, so I don't know how Dane got to communicate with anyone other than Tay.
You want to survive tonight? Reset the clock. Who put you against me?
I do like this cutscene right here, but that's part of it's gonna happen in a little bit. But Tay's is basically saying, "Oh my god, he beat up a whole bunch of my guys. Let me see if I can get him back on my side again, so he doesn't beat me up." That's what this entire cutscene feels like to me.
Isaac left the vacuum.
And I don't understand this line, because if Dane filled Isaac's role, he would be Tay's enemy. Because Isaac was the leader of Sol 33, which was against his thing.
Right
now. And my favorite part here is Cop Dad's expression.
End this shit.
Now, he looks so cocky right now. Until he looks over to Dane. And he's just like, "Yeah, you're not going to attack me, right?" You see that smirk just go down just a little bit. It's like, there's a moment where it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna side with me, right?"
Go.
Alright, so right after this cutscene, we have two enemies that we're going to build up our focus on. And then we have the hardest boss fight of the game. And
I was the only one that ever loved
this will be the last character that we give a random name to. And we call this character Man Bun.
Remember that.
Now, if we had watched the cutscenes, we would have gotten to know Man Bun quite a bit, because he's in a lot of them. But in the any percent speedrun, we skip all the cutscenes with him in it. So this will be our first introduction to Man Bun. Man Bun, he is one of two characters in the game that has access to focus. So the things we've been doing to everyone else, he can do to us. And that will kill us. And we can't attack him until we either counter his move, or he goes to adjust his tie, which then he's distracted. He can also guard when we're trying to cheese him back up on the ground. So this guy is one of the hardest fights in the entire game. Come on. on. Oh, crap. Thank you for adjusting your tie, sir. Oh my god, that was close. Oh. He got a critical strike off on us and then followed up with another hit or two. When the screen goes grayscale like that, we're like 1 or 2 hits away from dead. So, I'm also reasonably sure that that killed any world record potential, but that's fine. This has still been a very good run overall. Like my record for this category has mostly good fights. I had a very good Isaac fight, but this fight went poorly in my world record. It went about as poorly as that now that I think about it. But here we have the longest stretches of cutscenes that we unfortunately cannot skip. So I'd like to remind everyone what we're here to support. We're here to support Stand Up to Cancer. So any donations that come in will go straight to them. They are. So I think it might be better for our host Benasti to explain what it is that Stand Up to Cancer is all about.
Yeah, so Stand Up to Cancer is an organization, it's a charity who they put money towards cancer research. It's their goal to help people fight the good fight against cancer. So if you'd like to contribute to their mission, please make sure you click the link that is pinned to the chat and donate some straight to Stand Up to Cancer. We don't see any of it. Target your donation, which is currently Tohu for the next run.
Now, we walked into this room and Tay shot Cop Dad, but where he shot Cop Dad, he should have also hit Dane. But it's alright, we're not gonna worry about that right now. Honestly, the way he's reacting to is kind of a sad moment because there is some truth to his comment of he's the only one who actually loved Dane. Because this is a pretty emotional scene right here. And what that is an amazing mask that I would love to have. I would get a new webcam and stream with that on, do runs with that on, if I had one.
What the fuck is that?
There's gotta be someone that can make that. I don't know how it stays on someone's face though, because there's no strap to it. Alright, so I think I had already mentioned Hippenwana. So yeah, the boards for this game are separated between like normal and hard, and whether you watch all the cutscenes or not. And for records, it's split between me and Hippenwana. I did try a hard mode run of any percent once, and it was very good up until this chapter, where I had my very first and so far only, I'm not knock on wood, only death while playing this game. Also, this man just took a statue to the chin and just shrugged it off.
Baby. Come here, baby.
Look at these shoes, aren't they nice?
So now we get the cutscene from Dane's past that shows what actually happened that day.
Oh, you're so weak.
Also, I want to point out the shoes that he's got there.
Give me the shoes or I'll shoot.
Now they are made specifically for this.
Put the shoes down.
If you look at the symbol, that is Horus on the side of the shoe.
Put them down, man.
I'm gonna go into it a little bit more as this chapter goes on, but there are very, very loose, like references to mythology in this game, and you'll see in a little bit why like that might be important. And also, yeah, they were fighting over the gun. It accidentally went off. It was Isaac that pulled the trigger. It was Tay that pulled the trigger, not Isaac. But Isaac took the credit in order to get street cred with Soul 33. They're just taking a nap. Just hanging out. Now, I think they cut that shot in the stomach.
Save.
Yes, go save mom wife.
Save her. This time.
Yeah, now we're going into more backstory with Dane.
Process his pain.
And another example of why Cop Dad is the worst.
Mr. Ash, what's happened to all of you won't go away.
Joining a gang with credit by accidentally shooting someone is like how SpongeBob wanted to get into the salty spittoon. It's still in the crowd for 20 minutes. Well, as long as he doesn't say it was an accident.
His fantasy of how that day could have gone.
And so what you're saying, hang on, so you're saying that this quiet man is his idea?
Yeah, so Dane invented the Quiet Man, but he's also fighting the Quiet Man. So who is the Quiet Man?
That we need the most.
So, like, we still haven't answered that question of who is the Quiet Man, because Isaac has had the mask, Tay had the mask, now Dane has the mask. So, while we go through the next next few fights, I want the chat to to theorize of who might the Quiet Man be.
And God damn it, use it. Use it to save her.
Yes, yes, no spoilers, Mousy.
Is it him again? Quiet Man?
I also do like how there's a lot of characters in this game that like talk at Dane, trying to get his attention. This man actually like tapped him on his arm to get his attention. Like he understood the assignment that he's talking to a deaf kid here. Unlike a lot of the other characters in this game that just don't seem to care. Like, there was an entire cutscene that we skipped in Chapter 2 of Mom, Wife, and Dane in the back of a car talking. And a lot of that cutscene, Dane is not looking at Mom, Wife. And she's just talking. Alright, so now Dane dons the mask.
Everyone dies.
And, yeah. No one in this game is a really great person. So now we get a fight as Dane Quiet Man. He gets a little bit of a change to his attacks here. Oh, yeah. My opinion, the changes to his attacks here are worse because a lot of the animations for his attacks are longer. Oh, you jerk. Okay, that was cool. I haven't seen that animation before. Hit Batman, thank you. Even running this game for as long as I have, I'm still finding new attacks, new animations. I've been trying to see how it would be to incorporate heavy attacks into my runs, because most runners just stick to light attacks. Alright, good. I thought I may have messed myself up here. We do need to start the next boss fight with focus. Because now we're going to be fighting Tay. Now, this boss fight, Tay, just like Manbun, can focus you. He tends to block most attacks. We immediately need to put him on the ground. We start this fight off by immediately popping focus and hitting him with a heavy attack. That'll put him on the ground, then we just cheese him back up over and over again. That being said, he can break out of it, so it's not the most free fight. It's not one that I'm too worried about. So, pop focus, immediately heavy attack him. Alright, good counter. Alright, that was good. That was a good fight. He did break out of it, but we countered him immediately. Alright, and Dane does another kind of dumb thing. Also, he goes to block that bullet, but he was nowhere near the front of that gun.
When you play games with people,
And down goes the main character.
break. You'll see.
She was kind.
Nope, not quite yet. I have not called time yet. Now, I had mentioned there are like very loose references to mythology in this game. And that can be the only explanation for what's about to happen. Because if you just like listen to the run and try to think of the context and stuff, what's about to happen should not happen, makes no sense. There's like, you have to like really, really dig deep into like things around in the game. Another runner and a moderator for the game, Jefferson Red Eyes, has been trying to figure out like all the like the subtle clues and references to that shows off what happens here or explains what happens here.
Robin never loved me.
Yep, you got that right, Vise. This is also another reason why I call Mom Wife. Again, same actress. So it just makes this entire thing very awkward.
I wish I could save you.
I wish you could save us both.
Now, Dane just took a bullet to the head. But surprise, he has superpowers now. And I do mean literal superpowers. It is never explained. So, those references to Egyptian mythology, need to figure out what they're all about and why this is going on. Alright, so now we're going to fight as a superpowered Dane for a little bit. He's going to send a whole bunch of goons after us, and we're just going to... we need to take him out as fast as possible. We can get bad RNG here, though. That was a slow animation, but it happens. The strategy that I use here is I do 2 normal attacks, and then literally vault them up into the air and kick them right back down. And we've already got bad RNG. They can spawn from 1 of 2 doors. And they usually just run right up at you. I get really bad spawn RNG. There's a whole bunch of them right here now, so that's good. Also, that guy just did not come up with me. That's a little awkward. I have seen sections of this where, like, they just constantly run after you and you don't have to go after any of them. I never tend to have such luck, though. I usually have to chase some of them down. Where? Okay. So now we're going to phase 2 of fighting Tay, who is grinning at you like he just farted and he's waiting for you to smell it. Now, for this section, I haven't quite figured out the fastest way to take him out. So I just kind of have fun with it. And just see what kind of attacks what kind of animations I get out of it. Though he likes to hit up against the terrain. That was actually really fast. All right. So now we are approaching the last fights of the game. Now, believe it or not, this was not the last fight. You missed a lot in the last 3 minutes, guys. Now, we get to answer that question I asked earlier. Who is the Quiet Man? Because obviously it's not Dane, because who did you fight before then? Now, for anyone who's thinking that it was... I'm too early here. To Cop Dad, then you're correct. Cop Dad was the Quiet Man. And Dane screamed so loudly, it essentially healed his bullet wound and he's going to wake up. The first time the first time I was experiencing this game was watching Heppenwanna run it in a marathon, and I was like, I had no idea it was going to be him.
Dane. You don't have to be the quiet man.
I killed her. I killed her.
So our last fight will be against Quiet Man, aka Cop Dad. It's going to be 2 phases. He's going to have a phase with and without his stun baton. He healed his dad's wounds. Is that what they do? Dude, that's awesome. Also, she kissed that bloody mask. You don't know where that's been, mom wife.
It hurts without him.
And this next line that Dane says,
Let it hurt.
just
Get in.
peak acting. Square Enix picked the absolute best actors and writers for this scene right here.
I can't. Why can't I hear? What? Why can't I hear? Why? Why?
Yeah, yeah. That makes me wonder if he was actually, like, deaf at birth or if something happened. They never go into that. Alright, so this next fight, even though Dane just had superpowers, Dane's going to be hobbling around the entire fight, and his attacks are going to be, like, really long, drawn-out animations. Because I guess his adrenaline is wearing off, maybe? And it's the same. It'll be the same with Cop Dad. Though Cop Dad has a bullet wound in his stomach, so that makes a little bit more sense.
I'm going to keep her safe.
Also, this is the only section where you can literally fall down from moving too fast. If you try to run at Cop Dad immediately, Dane will literally trip over himself.
It's time.
Alright. Final 2 fights right here.
I pushed you too far, Dane. I brought back the Quiet Man, but you have to bury him forever. You want her. I wanted revenge on Isaac and Tay.
Bam.
You? Don't you? You want me dead! I want you whole.
That was too early. That's okay. Oh. Alright. I think we have focus to start off phase 2 of Cop Dad. Get ready on time. Time will be on the final hit.
I want to make up for what I did.
Starting off with focus is really good.
Husband and a worse father to you. I wanted to change. I want to change.
Alright, get ready.
No more games in the dark, Dane. You've lived there too long. Please, just let it go.
was a really long animation. Time! And that was The Quiet Man. And if what I'm seeing from Mousy in the chat is to be believed, that is a world record by nearly a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ow. Oh man. Well, that's a new minute barrier broken for this game as well. I'm so glad that I was able to perform this run for you all. Whew. Alright,
Honey.
The Quiet Man is the world record we made along the way. That is true. Well, I know we're a little ahead of schedule. But unfortunately, if I let this scene finish and we go to the credit song, the stream will get a copyright strike. So at a certain point, I am going to have to just stop and finish. So I want to thank excuse me, Gamers Against Cancer for inviting me and accepting the run and having me perform for you guys. Shout outs to Heppenwana for getting me into the game and helping me out with certain parts of the game. To everyone here who's donated or who will donate, thank you all for showing up and helping us raise money for cancer research. Yeah, Benassi, if we have anything else.
Well, thank you, Reclesis, for your run. That was an amazing watch, and I think we've had PBs at Gamers for Hope events before, but I think this might be our first world record set during an event. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I am gonna have to pause it right there, so just to be safe. Well, yeah. Yeah, stick around, everyone. We got plenty more runs coming up for this weekend. And again, thank you very much for having me.
It's been a pleasure to have you.
All right. Good night, everybody.